oh man, so many people. Charlie Warfield is one of the great jazz writers and early blues composers. His younger brother, Robert Warfield, who was actually probably more well known than his older brother. Robert Warfield, he was an early blues composer and ragtime. He was an early ragtime composer. And I did some research on him. I was like, wow, this guy wrote shows. He was doing theater, and it was a team. He was teamed up with another guy. I can't call the other guy's name. I think it was Sims, Simms. So it was Warfield and Sims, and this is like 1917. They traveled. They had shows on State Street, in the black community, and they traveled on the road, and but nobody knows who they are anymore. And I have a bunch of songs. I've located some of their songs that's long forgotten. Nobody knows who wrote them. And then when you look at the record, I found the records that some of them were recorded in like 1922 and 23, but it says the composer's unknown, or they just don't even list the composer. So I said that's why people don't know who wrote it. But when you look in the newspaper, like the Chicago Defender, it mentions who wrote the songs, and it ties back to the Warfield brothers, So yeah, so I would say they're unsung heroes. They had a lot to do with early jazz. Like there's a tune called "Baby Won't You Please Come Home." Any person that plays traditional jazz would know that's an older piece, that a favorite. And then there's another one that everybody probably know here, "I Ain't Got Nobody." Yeah. So Charles Warfield wrote that song, but yeah. So he's definitely an unsung hero.